Dear Radiant Libra, this weekend, between October 17th and 19th, something unexpected is going to change your life forever. And no, that's not an exaggeration, it's a divine shift already in motion. You didn't stumble on this video by chance. Your soul was guided here for a reason. Something greater is unfolding, and this is your invitation to step into it with full awareness and open arms. Now, let me ask you something. Have you been feeling it? That strange inner pressure? The restless sense that something is coming, even if you can't quite name it yet? That's not just your imagination. That's your soul's radar tuning into a major energetic shift that's already underway. This isn't just a horoscope reading. This is a divine appointment. A sacred space where cosmic timing, astrology, spiritual law, and divine intervention are weaving together to whisper directly into your soul. What you're about to hear may feel like confirmation, or like a long-awaited answer. Either way, your presence here matters and it's right on time. Here at Zodiac Whisper Tarot, I welcome you into a frequency of healing, clarity, and awakening. Our time together is not just entertainment. It's activation. You're here because your story is turning, and you're being called to align with the version of yourself that was always meant to emerge stronger, freer, and more blessed than ever before. You've carried so much. Libra, your heart has been heavy with invisible weight for far too long. You've walked through silence, through spiritual delays, through unanswered prayers and lonely nights wondering if God heard you at all. Let me tell you now, He did. And He's been answering in timing, not in words. From October 17th to 19th, cosmic forces are aligning to open the floodgates. Venus, your ruling planet, is harmonizing with Uranus, the planet of sudden change and breakthroughs. At the same time, the moon is illuminating Aquarius, awakening divine inspiration and long-suppressed desires. And that's not all. You're standing at the edge of a spiritual intersection where astrology meets the law of attraction, where tarot meets divine timing, and where modern miracles are born. This weekend, the universe isn't just nudging you, it's rewriting everything. What once felt delayed is now arriving. What was hidden is being revealed. What was blocked is breaking open. And now, before we go any further, let me take a moment to say this from the depths of my heart. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing these messages, and for commenting your truths below. Your presence fuels this sacred space. Your energy uplifts this channel and allows Zodiac Whisper Tarot to continue offering spiritual guidance to thousands of souls around the world. Truly, your support is divine alignment in action. And trust me, dear Libra, going to want to stay with me until the very last second of this message, because what the universe is revealing for you is nothing short of spectacular. Now, tell me something, my intuitive, beautiful Libras. What has been stirring in your heart lately? What silent prayer did you whisper into the darkness, hoping someone out there heard you? If something in this message is resonating already, if your spirit is stirring, if your heart is racing, then leave a comment right now with the number 777 below. It's not just a number. It's a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive what has already been written in your name. Take a breath. Be present. Let's begin. Your divine shift is here. There's a rhythm to life that can't be rushed. And Libra, you more than anyone know how deeply timing affects everything: relationships, decisions, even the way you receive love and success. What you're entering now is not just another moment in time. It's a cosmic realignment designed to bring you back into harmony with the version of yourself that has been waiting quietly behind every delay. From October 17th to 19th, the stars begin to whisper something different. The moon moves through Aquarius, an energy of renewal, liberation, and detachment from outdated cycles. This is the kind of influence that doesn't just free you from people or situations. It frees you from patterns. It rewrites emotional loops that have been playing on repeat in the background of your life. And while that happens, Venus, your planetary ruler and the heart of your zodiac identity, is forming a rare and powerful trine with Uranus, the planet of unexpected shifts. But these aren't just random cosmic fireworks. This is divine orchestration. This is when the universe decides it's time. Time for things to break open. Time for long-awaited answers to arrive without warning. Time for the path to reroute in your favor. If you've ever had a moment in life where everything felt paused, even stagnant, where your intentions were clear but your results were blocked, this weekend may begin to explain why. Sometimes, what feels like a frustrating stall is actually a redirection engineered to protect the miracle that's still ripening behind the scenes. That job that didn't happen, the person who disappeared, the idea that fell flat, none of it was random. Each delay, each unanswered prayer, each uncomfortable pause was part of this very moment arriving right on cue. You are not behind. You are not stuck. You are arriving. And perhaps what's most beautiful about this weekend's astrology is that it's not loud. It won't demand attention the way a full moon does. It will feel like a breath. A sense of relief. A moment of clarity you didn't know you needed until it came. It may come in the form of a conversation, a sudden realization, or even a decision you didn't expect to feel so easy. What makes this so powerful is how personal it is. It's not about spectacle. It's about alignment. It's about grace moving silently through the corners of your life, shifting the energy before you even have time to ask for it. This is the kind of change that meets you where you are and gently lifts you into where you're meant to be. So let this be the weekend where you stop chasing what isn't flowing. Let this be the moment where you choose ease over struggle, faith over pressure, and curiosity over control. You don't have to fix everything at once. You don't have to solve the whole story today. All you have to do is soften enough to receive what's been on its way to you all along. If there's one gentle practice you carry into this weekend, let it be this: write down what you're ready to release. Not just what's painful, but what's outdated. What's small. What's no longer resonant with the person you're becoming. And then, when you're ready, write this sentence beneath it: I allow the timing of my life to bless me in ways I cannot predict. And if your heart is already whispering yes, if you feel even the smallest flicker of truth in these words, go ahead and comment 777 below. It's a number of alignment, of readiness, of confirmation that the old chapter is closing and something unexpected yet deeply meant for you is about to arrive. Sometimes, the clarity we seek doesn't come from logic or explanation, it comes from symbols, stories, and energy. Tarot, in its most profound form, isn't about predicting the future. It's about reflecting where we are, where we've been, and what's quietly rising inside us. In this particular reading, the cards speak volumes, and they do so with tenderness, with boldness, and with perfect timing. The first card that reveals itself is the Tower, reversed. Now, traditionally, this is a card that stirs discomfort, a symbol of collapse, crisis, or unexpected upheaval. But reversed? It tells a very different story. It says, you've already been through it. The breakdown has happened. The lightning has struck. The walls you once leaned on are gone. But you're still standing. And that means something. It means that what broke you didn't bury you. It refined you. You survived what others might not have, and now, in the ashes of the past, something unshakable is being built. Like an old cathedral burned down to its foundations so that something stronger could rise in its place, your life is being reconstructed not to repeat old patterns, but to support something far greater. Then comes the Stara card of healing, restoration, and divine calm after the storm. This isn't a loud energy. It doesn't demand attention. It hums softly in the background of your soul like a lullaby you didn't realize you needed. If the tower was the storm, the star is the breath after. It's the energy of recovery, renewal, and deep emotional recalibration. You may have found yourself lately craving silence, clarity, or even solitude. That's not a coincidence. That's your system aligning with the frequency of healing. You're not just moving on from what hurt you, you're recentering around what's true. Around what's whole. Around the version of you that was never lost, just waiting to be remembered. And finally, we're met with the Ace of Pentacles. A card of tangible, earthbound beginnings. This is not a vague promise, it's an invitation. A seed. A door. A moment that appears out of nowhere and offers you something real. It might come in the form of an unexpected opportunity, a financial breakthrough, or a relationship that changes the game entirely. But make no mistake, this isn't luck. It's alignment. It's the physical manifestation of everything you've been healing internally. All that inner work you've done. It's rippling out now into the material world. The universe doesn't forget what you've planted in faith. Sometimes, we think that blessings come only when we're perfect, polished, ready. But the truth is, they often arrive when we're still bruised, still unsure, still searching. Because grace doesn't wait for perfection. It meets you in the middle of your mess and quietly reminds you, you're already enough. This trio of cards tells a complete story. Collapse. Healing. Emergence. You've walked through the fire, and now you're standing in the garden that's growing from it. Let that sink in. Let it feel real. And let yourself receive it without guilt, without resistance. If any part of you is whispering, "This is for me," then write it down. Speak it out loud. Or, if your heart feels ready, leave a comment below that says, "I'm ready to receive what is already mine." Let that be your gentle yes to what's coming. Let that be your way of stepping toward the open door. Because sometimes, the most powerful shifts happen not when we force, but when we finally allow. And this may just be that moment for you. Libra, dear heart, sometimes the most life-altering shifts begin not with a bang, but with a whisper. Over the next 72 hours, the universe may not shout, but it will surely speak through signs, synchronicities, and soul-deep stirrings that only the intuitive heart can hear. And you, Libra, are one of the most naturally attuned to this sacred kind of whisper. Something unexpected is about to enter your orbit, not by force, but through grace, and it will be the kind of change that realigns everything, forever. These upcoming days may bring an unexplainable sense that you're being watched over, guided, or even gently nudged toward a path you hadn't dared to consider. And the signals? They won't be loud, but they'll be unmistakable. A message you weren't expecting, perhaps from someone you've been energetically connected to, could arrive, offering closure, reconciliation, or a surprising opening for love or collaboration. You might feel an old dream awaken inside you, a spark returning to something you thought you'd lost, maybe the urge to write, to travel, to completely shift your lifestyle. This isn't random, it's your soul being reborn. Pay close attention to anything that repeats itself: songs, numbers, names, or dreams. The divine often speaks in patterns, and repetition is the language of destiny. Start your mornings over these 3 days with stillness. 5 minutes of quiet before the world pulls you in cold. Unlock a message meant just for you. A dream you had the night before might contain symbolism that can't be ignored. Jot it down. Even if it seems small. Especially if it seems small. For many of you, someone from your past may return. But not as a test, rather, as a missing piece. Not all relationships are meant to last forever, but some are meant to return at the perfect moment. This meeting could be subtly comment, a post, an accidental encounter, but the timing will be perfect. Stay open, not desperate. Stay grounded, not guarded. Let's not forget how your physical habits affect your energetic clarity. Caffeine may be keeping you alert, but too much could be clouding your intuitive downloads. If you feel called to, reduce it just a little these next few days. Instead, nourish your spirit with quiet music, silence, and journaling. One simple question to ask yourself each morning: what is coming to me today? Let your pen move freely. You don't need to know the answers in advance, the practice itself opens the channel. And in this sacred stillness, miracles happen. You may not realize it yet, but you're in the middle of a divine unfolding. Think of it like planting seeds of faith in a season that feels uncertain. These are the kinds of weekends where heaven doesn't just listen, it responds. Your acts of faith, no matter how small, are echoing into the unseen. There are real stories, modern-day miracles, where people received exactly what they needed the moment they let go and trusted. Financial breakthroughs, reconciliations, lost items found, legal matters turned in their favor, often after a quiet prayer or a whispered surrender. Maybe you'll be the next one to tell a story like that. So, Libra, are you willing to believe that these next 72 hours could be sacred? Are you willing to prepare your heart not by controlling what's to come but by softening enough to receive it? If this resonates with your soul, comment below, "I'm ready to receive the unexpected." Let that be your signal to the universe. And let this be the moment you gently anchor your faith in the unseen, because what's coming, truly, could change your life forever. When everything you once believed about your journey starts to shift, it can feel disorienting, but it's often the strongest signal that you've stepped into a divine turnaround. Dear Libra, what you're experiencing is not just a season of change, it's a season of becoming. You are not who you used to be. And the truth is, you were never meant to stay the same. The energies surrounding you right now are tender but mighty, urging you to look beyond what your physical eyes can see, and instead begin to trust the quiet recalibration of your soul. Transformation doesn't always begin with thunder. Sometimes it begins with an inner whisper, an invisible nudge that leads you to say yes to something you don't yet understand. That's where you are now. That's what makes this moment sacred. The dreams you once buried, those secret longings that felt too impractical or too far away, are being gently unearthed. You're not chasing miraclesia, becoming the miracle. This is the energy of divine orchestration at its finest. What you thought was random is actually rerouted grace. A cancelled plan, a delay, an unexpected meeting, these aren't coincidences. They are carefully placed steps in a choreography that only heaven could write. Sometimes, God doesn't answer with thunder. Sometimes, He sends alignment. This weekend, you may receive that push that leads you directly into the arms of right timing, right place, right person, right purpose. If you're feeling a little broken open right now, that's okay. In fact, it's perfect. Because brokenness is often the gateway to blessings that don't need explanation. Your healing isn't just personal, it's generational. You are shifting patterns, releasing cycles, rewriting the story. Your willingness to let go of who you thought you had to be is what activates the arrival of the new. Look around at the signs. The numerology this weekend is not random either. The number 17 resonates with divine restoration, especially financially. If you've been praying for justice, for breakthrough, for relief, this is a confirmation that it's unfolding. Meanwhile, the number 19, which becomes 10, then 1, is a pure frequency of rebirth. You're not at the end. You're at the beginning of something radically new. And here's something deeply spiritual to remember: the greatest miracles don't usually come when we feel strong, they come when we are surrendered. Sometimes God waits for the moment we have no plan left so He can step in and say, "Now let me show you what I've prepared." This could be one of those moments for you. The colors around you also speak louder than you think. Turquoise is gently activating your heart and throat chakras, calling you to speak honestly and love fearlessly. Gold is magnetizing new financial opportunities to you, doors that you don't have to beg for. You only have to walk through them. So take a moment. Breathe. Trust what's unfolding, even if you can't name it yet. Believe that nothing is being taken away, only upgraded. Let this be the weekend where you walk forward not in fear, but in quiet confidence, knowing that something unexpected is not just coming to you, it's coming through you. If you feel this message was meant for you, comment below. I open the door to blessings. I trust in the higher plan for my life. Your words are powerful. Your presence here is no accident. You are being divinely guided. When it comes to transformation, awareness is the beginning, but aligned action is the catalyst. What you've just heard isn't merely a message for contemplation, it's a divine invitation for participation. You, dear Libra, are being called not just to understand the shift, but to initiate it, to meet the universe halfway. In this current astrological climate, especially under the energetic influence of the waxing moon leading into the 17th of October, doors are opening, but they respond to hearts that knock. The sacred act of writing down 3 things you wish to release is more than symbolic. It's an energetic agreement between your spirit and your future. What we write becomes real. The act of burning that paper in the light of a white candle is an ancient purging ritual, not to destroy what was, but to purify the space for what's next. It's a personal funeral for attachments that no longer serve your becoming. And when you place your hand on your heart and whisper, "Lord, if I am ready, open the door," you're not just speaking words, you're aligning your free will with divine will. That simple, soul-deep statement is a key. And keys only work when turned. There's something deeply spiritual in stillness. Taking just 7 minutes to sit with yourself is a sacred act in a world constantly demanding movement. It's in that intentional stillness that divine timing often finds us. Think of it like this: the universe may be orchestrating miracles in your favor, but it often waits for the moment you say, "I'm ready," with your energy, not just your mouth. From a self-help lens, the guidance given isn't just about wellness, it's about creating a physical vessel prepared for high vibrational shifts. Choosing to nourish your body gently with light food and clean hydration over these 3 powerful days helps you receive more clearly. Avoiding refined sugar isn't merely dietary advice, it's a signal to your system. Something important is coming. Stay clear. Your sensitivity is your superpower now, and clarity begins in the gut. Emotionally, saying yes even to something small may feel like a leap. But in times of divine alignment, small yes become bridges to huge opportunities. Whether it's accepting an unexpected invitation, replying to a message you weren't sure about, or simply agreeing to try, the universe needs your permission to surprise you. That yes might be the crack through which destiny rushes in. And professionally, when you suddenly feel like quitting or launching something bold, that's not random. That's alignment whispering through your intuition. Writing those urges down doesn't mean you must act now, but it honors the nudge. Remember, suppressed inspiration becomes stagnation. Documenting your desire makes room for divine clarity to follow. Even in the scriptures, we're reminded that faith without works is dead. It's not enough to believe a miracle is possible, we must act like it's already underway. When you align your inner world with outer behavior, the universe responds with precision. Just like in the story of the woman who simply touched the hem of Jesus' robe and was instantly healed, the miracle didn't come because she waited, it came because she reached. That reach, that sacred action, is what this moment is about for you. So Libra, this is your reach. Will you stretch beyond hesitation and step toward the life that's waiting for you? Your destiny doesn't just require your faith, it's hungry for your movement. And perhaps the next chapter won't be written by luck or chance, but by your sacred, intentional yes. If this resonates with you, I invite you to comment below with, "I'm ready to open the door." Let the community witness your commitment. Let heaven see your courage. You're not alone on this journey, and this may be the exact moment the universe was waiting for. Libra, you are not just receiving a gift this weekend, you are reclaiming a piece of yourself that was buried beneath the noise of the world. Something unexpected is not just happening to you. It's awakening within you. This is not about luck. This is about divine timing meeting your readiness. You have reached the threshold where the past can no longer hold you, and the future is no longer waiting. It's here. It's now. This moment, this exact breath, this sacred. Because in it, heaven is not merely sending a miracle. Heaven is writing a brand new chapter through you. And you, beautiful soul, are the living proof that transformation is possible, even when everything seemed uncertain. You don't need to wait for someone to open the door. You are the door. You carry the key. Every step you take toward this weekend is a step away from doubt and fear, and a step into alignment, into clarity, into purpose. The blessing that's coming isn't just for your bank account. It's for your soul. It's for your peace. It's for your legacy. The universe has been orchestrating this behind the scenes, waiting for your energy to match the miracle. Now that you've arrived here, don't look back. You are not who you used to be, and you're not meant to shrink to fit the old version of your story. Stand tall in your light. Be unapologetically ready to receive. What you're about to experience may feel like a surprise from the outside, but on a soul level you always knew this was coming. You felt it in the whispers of your intuition. You've seen it in your dreams. You've prayed for it in silence. And now, it's time to say yes to what God has already prepared for you. So here's the question that only you can answer. Are you truly ready to live the life God has already written for you? If your answer is yes, I want you to write it in the comments right now. I am ready. I accept my divine chapter. I step into my destiny. This is your confirmation to the universe and to yourself. If you felt this message resonate with your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video. Share it with someone who needs this reminder. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Zodiac Whisper Tarot so you never miss a message that was divinely meant for you. Because Libra, this is not just your moment. This is your rebirth. And once you walk through this door, you won't go back to the old chapter again.